That was the third airplane we were on today. No, second
today.
Second airplane we've been on, wasn't on today. Third airplane in 2 days.
Yep.
I'm getting real sick of airplanes. So we made it to Billund, Denmark. And that means time for another hotel room tour. So this room is thanks to my boss and bosses at work. So thanks for hooking it up and welcoming Steffi into the Merlin family with style. So it is the Friends themed room. I don't know which characters these are because I'm not that into Lego Friends, but I do know. And Stephanie, I don't know if you know this, but there are characters in LEGO Friends named Stephanie and Matthew.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Fun fact. And then we got a little dog and cat up here. So you can... I just walked in and did this, and it blew Stephanie's mind. That's what it's like to be master. That's what it means to be a master model builder right there. And we got a little tree with the little bird on it. And then I didn't know we'd be popping bottles in the Legoland hotel, but we hooked it up with some champagne, I think. And then they rock the old-fashioned key here with the hotel room number engraved on the Lego brick. Also, passport update. We now have 2 stamps. We have, so this is the one we got in Heathrow when we first flew in. And the immigration officer almost threw us out of the country because Stephanie had no clue how long we were staying there.
That's not true.
It's kind of true. And then the second one we just got today was when we came into Billund. They give me a funny look because this is my passport photo. And I obviously look nothing like that. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters, but this one, probably my favorite of all time.
So crazy. Oh my gosh.
It was really good. It was crazy, but not insane.
Yeah.
So it was a nice balance. We're at the pizza pasta buffet for lunch, and they have some interesting pizzas. So one of which is fries and hot dogs / sausages.
Yeah.
And then this other one is
chicken and corn.
They have another one that's Mexican pizza, which is basically nachos on a pizza. All right, so Stephanie's eating the hot dog French fry pizza. Can you give us a review of it?
It's exactly what it sounds like, hot dogs and fries on a pizza. It's like a California burrito, but less sophisticated.
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
How's your soft ice?
It's really interesting consistency. It looks like whipped cream. It's like a little bit heavier than that, but it still doesn't really taste like soft.
The Billund Airport is right next to Legoland, so there's a flight coming in for landing. Remember when you're younger and you would almost be almost tall enough to get on a ride?
Yep.
Well, I now have the opposite problem. I'm almost too tall. great day at LEGOLAND Billund. It was my favorite LEGOLAND park so far. I don't know about you.
Oh, definitely. It had the coolest roller coasters, just the best attractions, and that's really what I go to theme parks for, so yeah.
Today was even the best weather day we had as well.
Yeah.
So far in London and Scotland, it was anywhere from 8 to 15 degrees Celsius. But today it's probably like closer to 20. I have another edition of Matt's Fun Facts. Are you excited, Stephanie?
Yeah, go for it.
Hopefully I won't screw it up this time.
Yeah.
So we are currently in Billund, Denmark, and Billund is in the center of the Jutland Peninsula. And Denmark is comprised of two major bodies of land, the Jutland Peninsula, and to the north there's a little island that caps it, and then to the east there's a bunch of islands. And off the east coast, on the island of Zealand, is the capital of Denmark. And the capital of Denmark is Copenhagen. Now, I was curious how many other countries had a capital that wasn't on the mainland part of the country. So I looked it up, and the answer is 4. So it's Denmark, the Gambia, French Guiana, and the fourth one is the United Arab Emirates, with the capital Dubai being on a little island. The most interesting one is the French Guiana. The island is like 200 kilometers off the coast of the mainland. So I'm really curious what happened there. So right now we're walking to the city of Billund, and we were asking the receptionist at the hotel last night, like, what's the best way to get to the city? And he kind of chuckled and said, oh, you just walk. I said, oh, okay. How far is it? And then it's like, he just drew a little line, and he's like, right there. So it's like maybe a 10-minute walk, so that's where we're going now. But first thing we stumbled upon is LEGO's headquarters. The town of Billund is basically comprised of 3 things. 1, the Billund Airport. 2, LEGOLAND. And 3, all of LEGO Systems A-S's buildings. Also, one last thing before we go to bed. I don't know if this is like a Danish thing or what, but for like all day yesterday we couldn't figure out why some power outlets were working and some weren't, but we figured out why today. So I'm here in the entryway, so you see we have a outlet here, right? Okay, so normally you just plug in and it would power it. Here, the light switch has to be on. So this light switch has to be on, and here on you push down, which is different than home. So that's confusing. So that has to be down, and then this power outlet works. If you push this up, this power outlet no longer works. Okay, easy enough, right? Very simple. Okay, so we could not figure out how to get this one to work. So this one would not work. And here's the switch, right? So we kept flipping the switch up and down, and this wouldn't work. And the light wouldn't work either. So we come over to this wall, and we have another outlet here with 2 more switches. So we figured out one of those switches has to be on, and then if that switch is on, that light's on, which then you turn this switch on and off, which turns this light on and puts power to this power switch. Why? I am so confused.